Well, hello there. How is everyone? Hey, Mr. Doggity Dog. Come on in. I hope you're doing okay today. I just dropped in to see if anyone would come by for a visit. How are you doing on this Tuesday? He may have left thinking I wasn't going to come on. See if anybody else shows up. It takes a few minutes sometimes. Well, I made it through Monday. How was everybody else's Monday out there? Wait and see who else come in. If anybody, everybody must be doing the summer thing. Really busy. Come in. If anybody, I hope my connection's a little better today than it was the other day. I'll wait a few more minutes. I have a lot of chores to do, and I really didn't want to do them. I got to do an unboxing video. There's Lainey. Hey, Lainey. How's Kia? I miss Kia videos. I hope you're doing well, Lainey. There's. Oh, hey, Dawn. Come on in. So glad my neighbors are coming over. Yeah, I had a choice of I could go live on YouTube or do chores. And you all know what the answer was. I'm definitely going live. Hey, Wendy. Come on in. So, what have y'all been doing? Did y'all have a good Monday? Oh, I'm sorry, Lainey. I understand about that. Oh, I could tell a big story about. Oh, I don't even want to get into my last doctor's visit. It was one for the books. So what is everybody's Monday? What was y'all's Monday like? And we made it through today's Tuesday. And let me tell you something, it is hot here in Mississippi. When I tell you hot, it's hot. And then guess what we have? Humidity. There's Evie. Hey, Evie. I know you're working hard. I'm enjoying your videos. You tire me out just by watching you. There's Julie. Julie, I hope you're feeling better. I've been thinking about you. It is a scorcher, Dawn. It is a scorcher. Which I've never been one to wish summer to come on. I love fall and winter, and I enjoy spring. But when summer hits, I'm out. I mean, I'm done. I don't want to see it anymore. I don't want to have anything to do with it. I like to come out maybe 7 or 8 in the evening during summertime. Oh, I cannot take the heat. So, Julie, tell me how you are. Are you okay now? Wendy, how have you been doing? I guess everybody's Monday must have been, nobody wants to talk about it. Oh, nice, Wendy. Oh, I know. I can't imagine, Julie. When you're anemic, you feel awful. Bless your heart. I don't even know what to say because that's gotta be awful. My youngest sister stays very anemic all the time. So anybody got any good news? Let's hear some good news. Tell it. Spill your guts. Let's hear it. There's Barberry. Hey, welcome. Come on into my home. It's cool in here, I promise. I have the air on. It's like probably 70 degrees in here. I told James, I said, I'm willing to give up something else to have air in cool house. I will have to fix our budget where we can have more air and less of something else. I don't know what it's going to be, but we're going to have to adjust the budget because I'm not going to be hot. That's just all it is to it. If I can help it. Now, if my lights go out and we have some kind of bad hurricane, tornado, and I can't control it, of course I'm going to have to be hot. But if I can control it, no, I'm not. To be honest with you, I'd skip a few meals and it wouldn't hurt me to skip a few meals, as you can see all this. So, Barberry, we were talking about how our Monday went. So, how did your Monday go? I haven't been seeing many lives. I enjoyed your I enjoyed your video the other day about the changes that you were going to have on your channel about your auctions. Good news is I got my work done for my business now. Work on the work on the home front. I have dishes right now. I have to fold clothes, do dishes. I've cooked for the last 2 nights. Last night I cooked a pork roast, made corn salad, fresh squash from the garden, and we had rolls. I think you handled it so well, Dawn. You have a business that you have to handle, and you are always so kind. And it was a good video. I watched the whole entire video. Oh, Barberry 65. Honey, that is wonderful weather. But anyway, what I was saying before I got off track, which is easy for me to derail. I haven't seen many lives lately. Um, I kept wondering where y'all were. I said, I gotta go find out where my neighbors are. Which you know me, I always love auctions. Bye, Dawn. You get your chores done. Are you going on tonight? I think you do have an auction on Tuesday. There is Dow Stars. Hey. I hope you've had a good time this week with CJ. I've been watching your videos. Boy, you do some great history videos. Everybody go visit Dow Stars Jewelry Crafts and More. She has a great channel. Visit Dawn's channel. She has wonderful auctions. The Canadian Scrapper, what can you say about her? She just works all the time and You can enjoy her videos just to watch her work, and she she does scrap, and she sells it, and she just works all the time. And then GB Resale, she has auctions, and she has a great channel too. Don't forget to go over there and support her channel. She does dumpster diving sometimes. Oh no, Dallas, what's wrong? Hope it's nothing serious. Oh, you're on at 7 with Autumn. I just love Autumn. My husband will even watch when Autumn's on. She is so cute. She always says Miss, and then whatever the person's name is, Miss Angie, Miss Dawn, Miss. I mean, she always says stuff like that. Oh, so you're okay now? If you don't mind, give me a thumbs up, guys. I have to tell you something. I'm really not into numbers as much as you think I may be. But I'm at I just ended the sentence with at. No good. I'm at 444 subscribers. Not far from getting my community page. Oh no, Dow's acid reflux. Ooh. You know, the old folks, and I say that because my grandmother used to say this, you mix baking soda with water, like a teaspoon or so of baking soda with about that much water, and drink it, and the acid reflux will subside. Now that's what my grandmother used to always say. There's Nora. Come on in here, my friend Nora. I watched your croc video, and I did order me some Crocs. I did. I ordered some as soon as I got off the live with Irene. They're supposed to be here tomorrow. I hope I really do like them. Bicarbonate soda works. Yes, it does. I mean, we have to think about this. When our grandparents or when my grandparents were younger, they didn't have the technology and the medicine that they have today. They had to do things that were unconventional that we see today, and they used a lot of different things to help their minor ailments. There's Miss Southern Belle. Hey, my friend, come on in. There is, there is, Nora. You got it. Yeah, if you try that, if you can get it down, it took me, oh, but if you hurt bad enough, you're willing to try anything. I've realized that from being in pain all these years. But if you try it, Dow's, let me know how it worked. But you know, it should ease up. It should ease up. Well, Miss Southern Belle, what have you been doing today? I haven't seen you go live this morning. Well, actually, I haven't seen very many lives. Y'all know it's just Tuesday. It is just Tuesday. You been making any deliveries, Nora? I think that is uh amazing. I wish that we had that sort of delivery here in my area because I would sure use it with my handicap where, I can't get out. and drive. And James, when he works days, I'm here 12 hours a day. And I think of all these things that, you know, I could order and have delivered. Oh, yeah. You like to go to the dog park. My son and daughter in law take their pets to the dog park. They used to take them a lot, but now that they bought their home and have a fenced in backyard, they just let them run around in their backyard. Do you live in an apartment or a house, Nora? Miss Southern Bell's been waiting on her rugs. Now, since you mentioned that, Miss Southern Belle, you're going to have to show the rugs in one of your videos. That's funny, Nora. Oh, you're in a house? That's good. Hey, honestly, when James and I sell this place and move further out into the country, we're downsizing our house. We're only having 2 bedrooms where only one child can come home to visit at a time. And I know that sounds so bad, doesn't it? But which I'm going to put them up, and both of them need a place to go. But I use that as a joke, saying we're only going to have 2 bedrooms. Only one child can come to visit at a time. But there is Saint. Now let me see if I can Kendall get that name right. Canal. Let's just say Saint Ken. You're right, Nora. Things have just whoop have gone out of the roof, which I love to watch you because you talk about the stock market, and I'm all about the stock market. James and I was telling him about you, Nora, and we were watching you the other night, and which he has dealt with the stock market the whole time we've been married, and I would let him handle all that, and I wouldn't pay attention to it. But here lately, over the last few years that I haven't worked, I've paid attention to it. But I don't really want to pay attention to it now because it's not doing too good. You have a very good way of explaining it too, Nora. You do real well at that. Oh yeah, Evie. Anybody that knows your channel knows that about you. Yeah. Anybody that knows it. Oh, y'all moved into a one. Let's see. One once my sister and I moved out, our parents moved in a 1 bedroom bungalow. Well, what our intentions are, if it ever happens, the economy's going crazy now. Um, oh, thank you. I'm glad I at least got it right after the 10th time. Um, we want to buy some property, build a log cabin on it, and like I said, 2 bedroom. Then on the property, we want to build these little cabins. And when each child comes, they have their own little cabin. But the grandbabies can come to our house, and the parents can stay in their cabin, but the grandchildren are welcome up to the where James and I are. We Thanks, Irene. How are you? Uh Once you have grandchildren, the children just they go out. Which I warned my children of that before that my son and daughter in law gave James and I our first grandchild. We told them, once you give us a baby, you're not, we love you and all that, but that baby is what we'll be paying attention to. Irene, I hope you're feeling good. Guess what I got yesterday, Irene? I got my doll that I won from Kathy on y'all's auction that y'all had. Oh my gosh, guess what? It has brown hair and blue eyes. And Berkeley has brown hair and blue eyes. That's the first thing I noticed when I opened it up. Um, Siberian Gal Pal, come on in here. Join us. All the neighbors are gathering around talking about things. But anyway, I'm going to do a video of showing all of everything that I got, and I'm gonna add the doll in there. But oh my gosh! And of course, she put two little happies that I call happies, things that I wasn't expecting in the box. Hey KK, how are you? And we're just talking about this beautiful doll that I won on one of the auctions. And I never have won anything. I don't think. You put in your number and the person that has the closest number gets the whatever they're giving away. And I just could not believe it was meant to be, because the doll, like I said, has brown hair and blue eyes. She's very sweet. Everybody, welcome into my live. I'm glad you decided to come over to visit. Bye, Miss Southern Belle. Talk to you later. Good seeing you. Okay, so I have to ask something. I've been wanting to ask this question for a couple of days. I've been meditating on it to whether to mention it or not, but I'm going to mention it. Has anybody here been to Rochester, Minnesota? Rochester, Massachusetts? What is it? I think I'm crazy. I don't know my states. Let me see where it is. It's wherever the Mayo Clinic is. Rochester. Oh, let's see. Yeah, Rochester, Massachusetts. The last time I went, I don't know if you all know this, but I had to switch. I had to get a new neurologist because my neurologist left the practice. She went on to bigger and better things, which I'm very happy for her. Well, when I went to see my other neurologist the other week, it was the worst experience that I had ever had in my life. I left there crying. It was so bad. This man was so bad as a doctor. I literally was so, let's just say, upset. I was crying. And it was a good thing James didn't go with me, because we would have probably not been allowed back in that practice ever again. And now the office manager of the hospitals called me. My heart doctors called me to check on me. And they want me to go to Rochester to the Mayo Clinic and let them evaluate me and see about how far my sarcoidosis has progressed, and maybe there's something they can do for me. So they want me to think about James and I flying there to uh, wait. Oh, there's a Mayo Clinic in Rochester, Minnesota. I was wrong. Okay. Um, and they want me to see this specialist that my heart doctor knows. He's real good friends with him. And my heart doctor's wife has a rare disease also, and she goes to the Mayo Clinic. And they want me to go up there, but uh, my hesitance to do it is I don't mind flying. Now, don't misunderstand what I'm saying. The flying part does not bother me. It's because I am so handicapped. I don't know what to expect, how they would treat me on the flight as far as being handicapped. Then when I got off the flight, how I would get transported over to the hospital. But they say once you get over to the hospital, they treat you very nice. It's a real good hospital. But I have a hesitance about unfamiliar territory. But if that can help my disease, I definitely want to try to go. Um, Siberian Gal Pal, I grew up close to Rochester, New York. But I want to go. And I expressed to my heart doctor, you know, I can't travel when it's really, really warm. I'm not good in the heat. But he assured me once I got to the hospital that I wouldn't even have to go outside, that you tunnel your way through everything. You know, you don't have to see the outside. Yeah, I know the airline would take real good care of me, but you know, like James and I would have to rent a vehicle, which would not be a problem, but or either take a Uber or taxi or something. I don't know. It's just unfamiliar territory, and once I get there, another thing that I'm hesitant about, they're going to start doing every test imaginable. I'm going to be just like like a little lab rat. They're going to want to do MRIs, X-rays, draw blood, a spinal tap. Uh, they're going to want to just put me through the ringer, and I just don't know if I can do that all over again. It's so I get so tired of going to doctors, but we're still talking about it. I'm going to stay positive. I'm a positive person, but my husband's trying to. This was just thrown at us yesterday, so it's all still new to us, and we're still thinking about him being off work. Uh, do we want somebody else to go with us to help with me, and so he won't get so exhausted and frustrated? We hadn't decided. One of our kids may go. I don't know yet. Okay, KK, I look forward to it. Bye. Yeah, it's very hard to step out of your comfort zone because I have uh not only the what I deal with being like bound to a wheelchair, but I have other issues too as far as my health that I have to deal with that the steroids has caused me to have. But anyway, I was just wondering, anybody ever been to a Mayo Clinic? That's not the only one there is. There's several other Mayo Clinics. He just knows this, and this doctor that he wants to send me to, all he does is specialize in neurosarcoidosis. He sees hundreds of patients a day. Um, there's Michaela's farm. Come on in here. Good to have you. Glad you come to my live. Um, Unlike Mississippi, because one of my doctors were telling me Mississippi may see 4 cases like me because I'm such a rare. My disease is so rare in my area that a lot of doctors they don't practice in it because there's not very many cases. Oh, really? Siberian gal? And look, when I first went into an MRI, when I first was diagnosed with this disease, I didn't have a problem going into the MRI. It was a lot smaller. I weighed about, I'd say 180, 183 pounds. I could move. My legs weren't paralyzed like they are now. I was still walking. And I did fine in the MRI machine. I stayed in it for 2 hours for them to check me. Well, now the thought of getting up in that MRI machine, which I'm bigger now, I've gained a lot of weight. I can't move my lower extremities. And I don't know if you've ever been in an MRI, but when you lay down in it, I mean that when you if you open your eyes, that thing is right here. I mean that's how close you are to being just closed in. And I don't know. They would have to give me something to sedate me or something for me to be you know, what I did before is I didn't even open my eyes when they started like using the machine to get your body to go up in the MRI. It was just like this. It was going, it was going. I kept my eyes closed and I never opened them. I just took my mind to a happy place and thought I was somewhere else. And they put those things in your ears so you won't be able to hear that knocking that goes on in the MRI. Yeah, you're really closed in. And as big as I am now, I would even be more confined in that machine. And I don't know if I could. Hey, Sharon, how are you? Come on in. I'm glad you're home and made it okay on your vacation. There's Dana. How are you? Come on in. But I don't know if any of you've ever had an MRI, but I'm gonna tell you something. And then I have a pacemaker, which if I have an MRI here in Mississippi, my heart doctor has to be with me because I don't have a pacemaker that's compatible to go into an MRI. You're not supposed to go into an MRI with the type of pacemaker that I have, but I've done it. But my heart doctor has been there and he's reprogrammed my pacemaker. And I mean, the first time I had that done, the people in the MRI that gives MRIs were like, no way, we are not putting her in that machine. Under no circumstances she going in this machine today. Hey Leon, hey Ashley, come on in. And doctor my doctor said, yeah, she's going. I have permission. He went all the way up to the highest person at the hospital and got permission from that hospital because no one had ever been in an MRI machine until I went in with a non-compatible pacemaker. So I'm like, look, I'm the one that can spontaneously combust in the machine. I mean, what are y'all worried about? I mean, I'm choosing to go up in this machine because I want to know what's wrong with me. And but they were afraid they were going to be sued, and and there I was going to be laid out just pieces of me everywhere because you're not supposed to go into a MRI because it draws on magnets. Why are they going to MRI you right after? Well, I haven't had a recent MRI in about since I've been diagnosed. I hadn't had an MRI, which was about 5.5 years ago. Yeah, you better get those pictures worked out, Sharon, so you can get those videos up. I know it is. It's one thing after the other, but I just look at it like, okay, well, it's something that I have to do. It's not like I really have a choice when it comes to my disease because I want to do everything I can to stay alive. So really, I don't really have a choice. So glad. Oh, Dana, you have a bad migraine? Oh my goodness, honey. I've had those. Hey, Leon, how are you? But when I got my pacemaker, it never dawned on my heart doctors about sarcoidosis. Thank you, Sharon. Uh, because that's usually what happens to your heart. The electrical part of your heart breaks down when you have sarcoidosis. And my heart doctor says today that he just regrets that he never thought about me having an autoimmune disease. and for me to get checked out because for about 5 years I was okay. I just had the pacemaker. And then my legs started giving out. I couldn't they were getting weaker and I couldn't use them and I wasn't walking correctly and and sorry, Bat Buddy need to go. Oh, okay, Wendy. But he did tell me when I went to see him in May, he said, because of you, we saved a 39-year-old woman's future. And she had come in with the same problem that I had 10 years ago. And as soon as he put her pacemaker in, he looked at the doctor and said, make sure she gets checked for sarcoidosis. And sure enough, she had it. And now they've caught hers in time that she won't end up probably like I have, which makes me so happy that they learned from me not to let that happen again. Hey, Josie, come on in. We're just talking about different things. How are you? How was your Monday? What is everybody doing today? What are y'all doing? I need to be doing chores. The few chores that I can do, fold clothes, clean up my kitchen, cook. Those are things I still can do. I was not wanting to do those today. I have cooked the last 2 days and I am just tired. I don't want to cook today. I don't want to do it. Like I said, oh, Irene, I hope you tried the corn salad. I fixed ours last night. It was really, really good. I kept thinking, now did I give her all the ingredients yesterday? But I'm pretty sure I did. And the thing with corn salad, you can make it. You can leave stuff out that you don't like. You can add things that you do like. It's like any kind of salad. You can add to it or take away. I got diagnosed with neurosarcoidosis and cardiac sarcoidosis. Uh, let's see. My son got married in 2016. I got diagnosed with this. I couldn't. I had my spill, so no. Oh, I know, Irene. Goodness gracious. You got to watch. Look, I thought about this and you were, oh my goodness. Coming down those stairs and slipping down your stairs is not fun. Um, I stepped out our back door going to work one day. I broke my ankle in two places and had to have 10 pins and two plates in my left ankle. Yeah, I'd been going down that step for, I know, 20 years or over. And then that one morning I just stepped down and my ankle twisted. And when it did, it just broke. I started hollering for James and all right, like this is my leg, this is my ankle, this was over like this, the bone was sticking out. I mean, it was bad. I'm glad they did a good job, Southern Belle. Oh, I was falling all the time before I got diagnosed, I was falling, but I had not broken anything since I broke my ankle. I had to have surgery. Like I said, I have 10 pins and two plates in my left ankle. Yep, it was not fun. I broken my shoulder before. I broke my ankle. I'm trying to think what other bones. And I didn't break anything till after I was 40 years old. I saw that sunflower, Sharon. It was beautiful. Hey, Mr. Whistle. Come on in. How are you? Sharon, that sunflower was gorgeous. I can't wait till my sunflowers start blooming. But I'm gonna tell you something: a broken bone, a sprained ankle, a sprained anything, or a broken anything is not fun at all. I had to have shoulder surgery because I broke my shoulder. I had to have surgery on my ankle because I broke my ankle. I know. And all this started happening after I was 40. I never broke a bone till I was 40 years old. Now, I may have, now I've broken a few toes before, and which they can't do anything about a broken toe, or, I think I've broken a finger before, but nothing like my ankle and my shoulder. And I'm going to tell you something. My shoulder, I slept in a recliner for 3 months because I could not get comfortable. And I understand why they call a sling, because you want to take that thing off and sling it as far as you can, because I got so tired of wearing that sling. Looks like everybody's doing good in the chat. So what do y'all have planned today? I know Irene's gonna be resting. She's all stove up and uh trying to get some rest. That's what I would do, Irene. I mean, I wouldn't stay seated for 5 or 6 hours at a time. You may not be able to move when you get up, but I would take it easy. I would not try to do a lot today. But I thought about you. Oh my goodness, slipping down. I mean, did you just miss a step and slide, or did you step down and fall forward? Did you fall back, or did you fall forward? No, broken something here. I guess I've done the broken depression type of break instead. Oh, okay. Gotcha, Sharon. Thanks for dropping the links, Miss Southern Belle. I really appreciate it. Tis me. Lori, hello. Come on in. How are you? Just decided to come on and chat. You're always unpacking and packing, Miss Southern Belle. I know you'll be glad when you get into that house. Oh, okay. I got you, Irene. No, I'm not doing much today. I missed a step, I think, and I don't know which way I fell. I know it happened so fast because when I fell out our back door, because I was headed to work at the library, and I just stepped out, and when I did, I missed that step, and when I missed it, my ankle just, and I mean, it broke. I mean, the bone was sticking out the side. James come out the door and he was screaming for my daughter. She was still in college at the time. She was still here. And he was screaming for her. We got to get her to the hospital. We got to get her to the hospital. She's in shock. She don't feel the pain. She's still in shock. We got to get her to the nearest hospital so they can set it. And then whatever they decide to do. But I'm good. Just hot today. Sure would. Oh, I know. I was trying to look on our weather today and see when it was going to rain again, because I try to keep up with it because we have the garden. Oh, and we've got cucumbers, squash, banana peppers already out of the garden. But let me see when it's supposed to. Oh, Thursday is supposed to be 40% chance of rain, so it's probably not going to even rain Thursday. I wouldn't think it would. I mean, it has to be like 100%, and sometimes in the summer you don't even know if it's going to really rain, if it's 100% or not. I hope everybody's staying in and staying cool. But some people that work outside, like my husband, he can tolerate the heat. He works out in it. I mean, he can take it. Me, he says I live in a controlled environment, which I do. All I gotta do is go up and move the little control, and it either warms me up or cools me off. And I worry about him getting enough drink to drink when it's so hot. All right, somebody give me some news. What kind of news do y'all have? Have any birthdays coming up? Yeah, you need to rest, Miss Southern Belle. You don't need to do too much. There's nothing wrong with resting. Oh, 96 where you are? Hey, Claudette. How are you? I'm so glad you come in. I've been missing you. We're just talking about how hot it is and how our Monday went and what we're going to do today and how I need to be doing chores and I'm sitting on YouTube Live. My hubby is a cook. May need chicken Marcella for lunch. Ooh, that sounds good. Hey, George, how are you? Oh, you have good weather, Josie. 73. Oh, my goodness. Come on in, George. Let's see what it is here now. Last time I looked, it was 80. I think it was 84. Let's see what it is now. June 14th, 2106 at 11:49 a.m. Oh my goodness, my Alexa just started talking without me saying anything to her. It's 90 degrees. It's 90 degrees right now. And when I say 90, it probably, I mean, that's the degrees, but it probably feels like it's in the hundreds, like maybe 100. Oh, I already got 78. Oh, ladies, I'm so envious. That's the kind of weather I want to live in. Oh, yes, year round. Year round. I'd like anywhere year round, like 50s to 60s at night, and in the day, 70s to stay anywhere in the 70s. Now, some days if it had to be 80, 81, I could deal with it. If I could stay in that kind of weather all the time, oh, it's 90 and it feels like 90. Well, it's 90 here and it feels like 100 and something because of the humidity. Claudette, you been doing well? I want to show you something, Claudette, while I have you here. Look at this package. I've been trying to send you that since you won that on my birthday celebration, and it has come back twice. So I'm going another route. I'm not doing that. First time I sent it, the post office called me and asked me what was in it. So I had no idea that you wasn't supposed to mail fingernail polish. I didn't know. So, hey, Danny Mae, come on in. How are you? There's my garden lady. She loves to watch my garden videos. And the okra did volunteer, Danny. You saw that on my video the other day. But who wants to know that you're not supposed to send fingernail polish in the mail? I had no idea. So they sent it back and I had to take that out. Well, I took that out, put something else special in the bag. Postage was already paid and everything. Put it in my mailbox. And then I get it back the other day. It says, attention postal customer. go to whatever website and read about sending stuff out of the country. Okay. So I'm going a different route. I'm not even going to try to send it again. Danny Mae, when James gets home this afternoon, we're supposed to go back out to the garden. We've been getting squash, cucumbers, banana peppers already out of the garden. So, and I know that people talk about this. What country? What do you mean, Wendy? Oh, Canada. I was trying to send it to Canada. Um, so James and I usually, since it's the two of us, we only buy groceries probably every month, month and a half. Now we'll go to the store and, buy bread and milk and eggs. If we run out of butter, if we run out of things like that, but we really only go get a big, large amount of groceries every month, month and a half to stock up again. Well, it's not a pain in the butt, Claudette. I just thought it was kind of funny because I didn't know how to do it. It was a learning experience to me, and I'm gonna take care of my twin. You have to. You have to come over, Danny Mae. Right, just jump right on. Come on over here. I cooked some squash last night for supper that come out of our garden. Oh, it was so good. But anyway, back to the grocery story. So I always go online and order our groceries, and James will pick them up on his way home from work. So I finished picking out what we needed, which, like I said, we haven't been in a month, month and a half. Oh, okay, Miss Southern Belle, thank you. Um, and when I finished and got the total, I looked at James and I said, "Wait a minute, this has to be wrong. It's just the two of us. What? This is the right price?" And I said, "How do people do it that have 2 and 3 children at home? I don't see how. I mean, groceries have just went woo crazy." Thank you, Miss Southern Belle. I'll get in touch with you. Hey, it's no problem, Claudette. No, ma'am. It's no problem. I sit here all day trying to find something to do, and it's no problem. Oh, that's cool. Laurie, we decided to do Dr. Seuss for Halloween this year at work. So I need to start working on props, going to make the trees from pool noodles. Nice. When I worked at the library, we used to have summer reading every summer in June, and we used to have to make props and depending on what theme it was. And I always enjoyed summer reading. It was so much fun for the kids. I know, Julie. I don't either. Hey, Amy, how are you? I hope you're feeling okay. There's Bonnie. Hey, Bonnie. Everybody, come on in. What have y'all been doing? I hope everybody's been doing well. I want to thank Irene and Josie for not bamboozling me in my package that I got from y'all by putting something in there. Now, they have this thing going with this ring and this brooch that whoever gets it has to, when they go live, they have to wear these items, which I would have wore anything that they sent me with, uh, let's just say, pride and enjoyment. But every time I would open one of their packages, I would just be like, oh no, am I going to get bamboozled this time? Am I going to get the prize? Um, Wait, Somebody came in. Hello, Kicking It with Harold. Glad to have you. Oh, gee, thanks, Irene. I appreciate the heads up. I mean, I thought it was a great idea. I thought it was so much fun. But I kept telling James, I said, oh no, I'm expecting something from Miss Josie and Irene's auctions, and I hope I don't get bamboozled. So when I got y'all's packages in the mail, and Miss Josie had said, well, I put it in one of the everything little bags, which if you don't know what that is, you need to go check her channel out because Josie has auctions, she does unboxings, she does crafts, she makes pillowcases and these little bags that are everything bags. You can put makeup, and I got mine to put my medicine in. And I know, have a bag for your medicine. Y'all cannot imagine what this body has to have to function. But I thought it was a great idea. Oh yeah, Amy, stay inside. We were just talking about how hot it was going to be. But I mean, I thought it was a great idea for y'all to do that. I thought it was really and has anybody named who got the stuff yet? Because I want to know who got the ring and the brooch. And I haven't heard anybody say. But I'm anxious to know. Yeah, Julie. Go over to Josie's I know you know who, Irene. I hope that I see the live video of whoever gets it. Um Julie, go over to Josie's channel and and she and it's different material. She made one for well, I think it was gifted to Irene, but I think she was just trying to tease Irene because Irene loves gnomes, and she held up this gnomes everything bag. And of course Irene's like, "Thank you, Miss Josie. Thank you for doing that to me. I really appreciate it." But I've gotten pillowcases from Josie. One of those everything bags. I have been. Oh man, she sews so well. It looks like it come out of a like a department store. I'm not that talented. I don't know how to sew that well. Oh no, Amy, don't risk your health for no, ma'am. Don't do that. Wait, what's going on with Bonnie? I missed that. I missed something with Bonnie. I just admire and respect anybody that crafts. I mean, I have a cousin that she is so crafty that she can make anything. It's just amazing. Um, oh, she had surgery a few weeks ago. Okay, Bonnie, you take care of yourself. Yeah, I'm so glad the blood transfusion worked also, Julie. And you need to take care of yourself too, Julie. Oh, I'm sorry, Bonnie. That made me laugh from the gut, Danny Mae. That is so funny. That is hilarious. Now I can sew a button on. And a few weeks ago, I got this little sewing box off one of the auctions because I wanted to look. I could put my little thread in there, my needles, and every time James would talk about he needed a button sewn on something or I needed a button, I could say, "Oh, let me go get my sewing box and see if I can sew it on there." It kind of sounded like I was crafty or I could sew, but I can sew a button. Yeah, people do scrapbooks. My cousin, she does that. Now my grandmother, my mom's mother, uh, she made quilts. She could make clothes. Um, she could sew clothes. You know, like if you had something on your clothes, like you needed buttons sewn, or if you had a little rip in your. My grandfather, he was a carpenter. She could sew his carpentry clothes up. I mean, she could do anything, and she'd always tell me, "Now you need to come learn this because I'm not going to live forever." Did I do it? No. Oh, I know. I love my Miss Southern Belle that Granny, aka 90, made me. Wait a minute, I may have missed. Oh yeah, the crochet. Yeah, that was so nice. I remember that. How fast can you go on your scooter, George? You better be careful. You'll be tipped off. Josie is a wonderful seamstress. Oh, Danny Mae, you are killing me. You are killing me, Danny Mae. That is so funny. Well, I can go up to 12 miles an hour on my scooter, and I can go up to, I don't forgot what it says on uh my wheelchair, but I can go 28 miles on my in my wheelchair on my battery, and I can go 20 something miles on my scooter. Hey, 96, welcome. Come on in. I don't know. The only gift I got was the gift of gab. That's it. Oh, you're taking a break on tie dye. You can make jewelry too, Miss Southern Belle. See, everybody can do things. Now, this stuff that Irene's doing now, and you need to go check her channel out. What she does lives on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, but she helps with a lot of auctions, and but she was selling these little things that she made from paper, and I got something from her, and I'm not going to show it because I'm going to do a video about things that I have gotten. But oh my goodness, these little bitty, about this tall, made out of paper. I mean, it was just like, how in the world did she do this? Some people just have the gift. I don't have that gift. Like I said, I just have the gift of gab. Now, back in my younger days, I could do cartwheels and, uh, and I could dance real well and, things like that, but can't do that anymore. I love to dance. I always try to get James to take a ballroom dancing class with me. I always wanted to be able to ballroom dance. I know that sounds silly, but I love to learn different dances. Miss Bell, I just made some thing one and thing two earrings, and oh no, Lori, those are, I bet those are cute. Oh, origami, yes. I've seen that done, George. Yes. Wait a minute. So you and Angie were dressed like twins. What are we talking about? Yes, she can, Josie. Irene can do anything with paper. Well, Irene can do just about anything with anything. I mean, she burns the stuff on the wood. She does the paper. She makes jewelry. Um, what else does Irene do? Anything that she puts her mind to. Oh, she makes cards and the box that the cards go in. I mean, I'm just glad she's my friend. My goodness. You sound like me, 96. Nora said chocolate items. Oh, yeah. She makes candy during the fall months, like for the holidays. She makes peanut brittle that my husband absolutely loves. She is. Josie probably can give you some tips, 96. And don't forget Nora the Explorer, the Stock Explorers channel. She's great. She tells you about the stock market. She goes live. She has a really, really great personality. And of course you gotta watch Danny Mae. She has a lot of different topics on her channel. The paranormal. Then she talks about different things that a person may have experienced in their life that they've gone through and they want to talk about. Danny Mae does that. Amy, who's her diver, she uh, does live and she's on with Dawn's channel sometimes doing auctions, and she also does auctions herself, but she's been under the weather lately. She had some health problems. It is. I love her paranormal Irene. I love to watch that. Oh, I know. Mimi is my sister, and she said I'll have to find a picture of us dressed in the dresses that my memo made us. Yeah, she used to make our dresses when we were really, really young, like for school and Easter, and of course my sister and I had to match. We're only 22 months apart, and she's the oldest. I'm not. I'm a middle child. Um, I enjoy the garden that James and I have. I like to go out there and film it and eat the fruits of James's labor. But to him, it's like a therapy. I mean, he can work 12 hours a day and come home and he wants to go out to that garden and water it or check on it or whatever. If I work 12 hours, I just want to come in the house and sit down. But of course, he don't know what sit down and rest means. He is going all the time. I wish I had that picture of me that I was going to show during my birthday celebration when I was younger. And I actually had a top on that my grandmother actually made. I wonder if those pictures are still in here. I don't think so. I've got to get this YouTube room made because I'm tired of sitting at my dining table. I want to get in that room and decorate it, and I can do all my lives in there, and I'll have everything at my. And then I want to hang up some things that I've been gifted from you all. Did any of y'all ever have home ec classes? Now, when I went to school, they had home ec classes where you learned how to cook and you learned how to sew. Now, I uh I enjoy the cooking too, Miss Southern Belle. I got to do a cooking video. I thought about doing that corn salad yesterday. I started to do a video about that, and I got busy and I didn't get a chance to do it. But it was called home ec. Now the food part I did pretty well, but when it come to the sewing part, we had to make a dress. and you could choose the pattern that you wanted. And of course, I got back then. You go to the store and you buy a pattern. You know, some of you remember that. Um, okay, Danny Mae, good seeing you. I hope you come back. Um, Sounds like my late stepfather. He could not sit down and take it easy. I know James can't either. Um, but the sewing the dress, I had an A in that class. Okay, up until the time that I had to turn my dress in that I sewed. I made a 78 on that dress. It brought my average way down. I was so disappointed. I knew then sewing was not my thing. Oh no, Claudette, you got to be kidding. I was sewing a jean purse and the needle end broke and flew into my eye. I didn't even know. The teacher looked at me and screamed, scared the crap out of me. Oh my goodness. No way. And you still sew? Oh no. Nora said, oh, Laurie said I made a pair of overalls, and then uh, Nora said my Peter peppers are sprouting. Now, are those hot, Nora? That's a good talent to have, 96. Eating, that's something we all have to do. And with eating out now, it's so expensive. I don't see how people can do it. I mean, we go out probably and get something to eat maybe or once a week or once every 2 weeks. Other than that, we cook at home and eat at home. Is my sister Judy May in here? I didn't see her come in. Oh, your mom made all y'all's clothes, Bonnie? I know. Some people are, you know, how somebody else has a talent and then you look at them and you say, oh, I wish I could do that. Well, my sister that's in here right now, she can sing. She has a beautiful voice. She can draw anything that she sets her mind to draw. She used to help my children with all their projects that they had at school. Um, she's very smart. She can basically just do anything she puts her mind to do. And she got all the like the singing talent, the crafty art talent, all that. She got all that. Bye, Josie. Thanks for dropping by. I'll see you next time you have a video or you go live. Nice having you. Oh, now that I have Berkeley, I would love to be able to sew. I would make that baby so many things. Oh, you did sewing, Miss Southern Belle? I made a few blue jean skirts for my cousin a while back. See, everybody just sews. Now I have used a sewing machine before, but it hasn't been one of my greatest moments. I'll just tell you that. It hadn't been uh really one of my finest moments. I'll just tell you. Now I thank you, Claudette. Now I will tell y'all this. Now you're gonna have to listen closely because I don't really talk about this a lot. But I honestly believe had I known my biological father when I was younger, that I would have become a professional poker player because he plays poker and I love card games, and I think I honestly would played a lot of poker and gambled a lot. I think I would have been a professional gambler. I know that sounds funny to y'all, but I really do love card games. Yeah, Miss Southern Belle needs to do a video. Bye, Rain. I hope you get some rest. Have a good day. There's Nick. Come on in. How are you? I think I have a poker face. I think I could really, really pull that off. You know, most poker players have a tail. That means, you know, they do certain things with their face when they uh, want to give away that they have a good hand or something. But I think that I could probably have a good poker face. Well, of course you did, Claudette. We're twins. You know that we have a lot in common. I love to play rummy. I love to play blackjack. But I have played poker, but not professionally and not at a casino. Um, hey Angie, I got a paddling one time in school and never felt a thing because my mom had made the outfit on. 96. That's so funny. I mean, not that you got a paddling, but the way you tell it. Well, there's sweet Vanessa. I'm glad you stopped by to say hello. When our kids were growing up, we used to have game night here at the house, and we would play all kinds of games, trivia, board games, card games. We'd play dominoes. Our kids were just brought up on different games, and we still do. Even though my kids are married, we still have a night that we uh, uh, have cards or whatever. Imagine that, 96. You were talking when you wasn't supposed to. I can't imagine that, 96. That's just a shocker. Vanessa, you be safe going to work. You're always working. I'm trying to think of the game, the card game. It's not Skippo. It's draw four, draw two. What is that game? You just slipped my mind. Really, Claudette? That's interesting. Now that would be something that I would keep forever. Uno. There you go. Now our kids and James and I would play Uno and uh different games like that. Oh my goodness, 10? I can't even imagine having 9 siblings. Goodness gracious. I have 2 sisters and I had a brother. My oldest sister's 22 months older than me. My brother was 18 months younger than me. And then our baby sister was oops. And she's 7 years younger than I am. Oh, 8 kids. Oh, okay. Yeah, I like to play Uno. Oh, you're number 2. See, I'm number 2. There we go again, Claudette. There you go. I have an older sister, and then it's myself. Then it was my brother, and then my baby sister. See there, something else. And my sister is 22 months older than I am. You know, I think I would like to crochet too, Miss Southern Belle, but I don't know if my hands, with my arthritis, I don't know if I could do it now with my hands. I have tried cross stitch before, when I was in my 20s. But I couldn't sit still to do cross stitch. I couldn't sit still to do it. Yeah, if you keep yourself busy that way, you will stay out of the drama, that's for sure. Four of us, but I lived with Mama and was the only child in my house. Daddy had three, but Mama only had one. Only had me. Uh, I did once and made an ugly orange black blanket. But here's the thing, Claudette. Was it warm? Did it serve a purpose? Was it warm? Now you gotta think on the positive side. Now you might have thought it was ugly, but if it, use if it made a purpose and you could utilize it, then you accomplished something. Oh, I know, Mimi. My eyes won't let me cross stitch either. What's another talent you have, Mimi? You can sing, you can draw. I know there's several other things you can do. See there, Claudette, it was warm. It served its purpose, which I can't imagine that it would be ugly. I'm sure someone would really enjoy it. Please do, Miss Southern Belle. Oh yeah, you used it for 30 years, yeah. And you uh live in Canada, so I know it gets cold there. I know it gets cold there. What is the warmest that your summer months get, Claudette? I want to welcome everybody in and thank you for coming to my live. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, depending on if you like my live or not. I'm good with whatever you want to do. George said I like to do bead work, but I don't use the small. Yeah, I probably wouldn't even be able to see how to use the smaller ones. There's Jesse. Thank you. Thank you, Jesse. I've been trying to get in touch with the girl that cuts my hair for 2 weeks now. I've been sending her text messages, and James needs a haircut like he needed one a month ago. And I told him this morning when he left for work, I said, I'm going to try to get in touch with Elena one more time to see if she can cut our hair. But this is why I keep wearing this, is because I need a haircut so bad. Well, the past few years we've been getting really warm temp, 34 degrees. The ones I use is a 863 millimeter bead and pony beads also. Now, see, you're speaking another language, George, when you start talking about the different kind of beads, because that's off my. I don't even have a clue about what you're talking about, but other people in the chat probably know. Oh, thank you, Claudette. Y'all were so kind. All the years that my children were growing up, my husband, he hunted, he would fish, he would find all activities to do, and he kept telling me, you're going to have to find a hobby. Well, my children were my life. I mean, everything they would do, I would be there. Basically, they were just, I spent all my time with my children. And he said, when they leave, you are going to be Oh my goodness, lost because you're not going to have a hobby or anything. Well, guess what? When they both left the house, Angie didn't have a hobby. Now I write poetry, I write journals, I do things like that. But as far as any kind of crafting thing, I don't do that. I've written a journal since I was 14 years old. Oh, it's 93 degrees. Okay, I got you, George. Georgia, keep me straight. But but then I found YouTube, and I guess YouTube is my new hobby because it keeps me busy. Making videos and having lives and meeting new people. Yeah, I know what you mean, Claudette. It devastated me when our son went off to college. I cried for 2 weeks. Um, but now that I know that both of my children are happily married, have a home of their own, they both have own their own houses, have good jobs, very blessed. I don't say that in a bragging way. I'm just very thankful. Um, I don't really want them to come back home to live because I want them to live their life and whatever God has in store for them, I want them to live to their fullest. I have an old phone that I use for a converter. What do you mean converter? What are you talking about, George? And especially, I want them both to give me a bunches of grandchildren. And now that my son, let's see, he'll be 32 this year in December. Taylor turned 27 the 9th of this month. There's Malachi. Well, hello there. Come on in, neighbor. Yes, absolutely, Claudette. I mean, I think, and I told my husband, if this had to happen to anybody in our family, I would have been more devastated had this disease happened to one of my children than me. I mean, I would not want it to happen to one of my children. If anybody had to have it, I am thankful that it's me. James couldn't have dealt with it because he likes to get out and work in the yard and go places, and he just goes. And he and I would have probably had to really be strong in our marriage had he come down with this disease that I have because he wouldn't have been very good at staying in the house as much as I do. I mean, I had already by the time I got diagnosed with this disease, I had both my children. I saw them go through school, graduate college, uh, get married. I was still walking when both of them got married. Uh, so I felt like I've lived my life now. I do miss walking because I'd love to be ambulatory for Berkeley, to be able to see. I can't keep her by myself because I don't trust myself being in a wheelchair to meet her needs, or if she got into something, I may not could help her, and I would be devastated if something happened to her on my watch. So I really can't travel to Louisiana by myself and pick her up and just bring her home with me. Now that I am sad about. Hey Jessica, how are you? So I try not to think about things like that because I mean I can't do anything about it. Um so there's no need for me to keep thinking about it. How are you today, Jessica? Are y'all going to be doing another auction, Jessica? There's Jack. Have I welcomed you in, Jack? I hope I have. Oh, you don't know yet? Oh, okay. Gotcha. I haven't seen Angel. She usually drops by. She hadn't dropped by since I've been on my live yet today. She usually comes by. I don't remember who it was, but somebody that's on YouTube that was live thought Angel and I were sisters. Like real live sisters. I do. I have a quality time with her, and she loves to ride in my wheelchair. She loves for me to ride her around, and she thinks it's like riding a some kind of ride like a scooter or something. You know, she gets real excited. Wait a minute. I got news last night that I need to be tested for a genetic disorder as a sibling has just been diagnosed. It affects the joints. I'm going for prayer tomorrow night, rebuking it. Oh, Malachi, I hope that you do not have it. Bye, 96. Thank you for dropping by. I had to take my son to the hospital ER and we got home at 10 last night. He has the. Oh, no, Jessica. I'm so sorry. I hope you and your other family will just be real careful around him. Can you catch that? I don't know if you can catch the flu. I'll be praying for your son, Jessica. That's so sad. And Malachi, I definitely will be praying for you. I hope that everything works out. Yeah, I hope he is doing better today, Jessica. You definitely don't want him to dehydrate. Got to keep the fluids in him. Oh, you can? Be careful, Jessica. Birds have been singing today. I hear them outside my house. So, what has everybody got planned for the rest of the day? Once you get off this live with me, what do y'all have planned? Oh no, Lori. Oh no. There's so much sickness going around. Bye, Mimi. I'm going to do chores just as soon as I get off this live. I want to which I'll do my chores and then I'll tape an unboxing. I want to see if my latest video has uploaded. I had a video that was supposed to be uploading. Let me see if it's uploaded. It's been trying to upload all night. I don't know what the deal is. Let me check it and see. Let me see how much it. Oh, it's processing now. It's 94% uploaded. And I started uploading it last night. You know, some videos They upload that fast, and then others just take forever. I know, George. I'm staying in the AC too. Now I'm going to get out late this afternoon when James gets home and go out to the garden if he wants to go out there and probably do a video on the garden. I haven't seen Judy May and Vicky. I don't know where they are. I got to get in touch with them and see what's going on. Oh my goodness, Claudette, that sounds like so much fun. You and your sisters getting together. Oh, right, right, Laurie. Yeah, that sounds about right. I'm just listening to those birds outside my window just chirping away. I'm only going to stay on a few more minutes, guys. But and neighbors and friends, I'm so glad that y'all dropped by. Um, I have a video coming out. It's uploaded 94% right now, so I hope you'll go over and watch it. We are due a heat wave this week. I'm going to be sipping lemonade and get shorts on and on feet up. Good idea, Malachi. I think I would like to hear morning doves, George. The older I get, I just love, which I've always respected and liked nature. But the older I get, I'm just, seems like I'm more in tune to it. I don't know if it's because I have so much time on my hands and I pay attention to it more, or I've just relaxed and made it a part of who I am. I love to watch birds. I have birds outside. I have little squirrels that play. I haven't seen hummingbirds yet. Hummingbirds have not come this way, and I don't know why. I have put food out for my hummingbirds, and they have not shown up yet. Has anybody seen any hummingbirds yet? Because I have not seen any hummingbirds. And I used to have at least 25 to 30 around my front porch. Okay, that makes me feel good. I do too, Malachi. I love animals and birds. Really, Lori? Where do you live? If you have lots of hummingbirds. Because we have not had the first hummingbird yet. Oh yeah. Oh, that'd be awesome, Angie. Georgia. Okay. Well, maybe they'll come back this way. I've been to Georgia a few times. Atlanta. We've been to Stone Mountain several times as a family when our children were growing up. We love Stone Mountain. Are you close to Stone Mountain, Laurie? Lori? Laurie? I'll get it right in a minute. Jessica, has your situation improved? I don't mean to be nosy, but Are you doing okay now? With your landlord? If you don't mind me asking, I don't want to be too nosy. And I hadn't asked about your husband's health lately. I hope he's doing okay too. Oh, Fort Benning. Okay, okay, okay. I understand. I thought about James and I could drive to Rochester, but it's not easy for me to ride long distances. Even for a few hours, it just is not good for me to sit that long and not move. Oh, he's going to see the doctor in August. Okay. So I'd rather fly. I would rather fly to Rochester and not even worry about the drive because James makes me nervous when he gets in a lot of traffic because he's like NASCAR. He thinks he's got to be first, like it's a race, and he moves. Oh, there's teacher Downer. Hey there, come on in. But he thinks he has to be first in line on the interstate. I don't know what that's about. He's gotten better over the years, but nice to have you, teacher. But if I had to ride all the way to Rochester, Minnesota, or wherever it is. I don't know if I could deal with that. I'd probably have to just take some medicine and sleep. And then I would have a fear that he would fall asleep. Well, George, I'm going to be honest with you. Sometimes I have to say, have you looked at the speedometer lately? Because for some reason in my automobile, you can be going 80 and it doesn't even feel like you're moving. But I tell him now, when I'm not in the car with you or the truck with you, if you want to risk your life, you drive the way you want to drive. But when I'm in here, I like me and I want to live. So don't risk my life to try to prove that you're the best driver. I don't really care about being the best driver. I just want to get where I'm going. I mean, some people act like they are in the biggest hurry in the world. Like there's a fire somewhere and they got to get to it. I mean, when you've been married as long as I have, oh my goodness. I have the things that I have. Oh my goodness. The little pet peeves that James has, I love him to death. But, it's like my daughter says, she sent me this, what do they call it, that GIF little things, and it's this little deer going across the field, jumping up and down like this. And it says, in the caption, it says, going to aggravate somebody or going to cause trouble. And every time James does something, I look at my daughter, she's here, and I say, here comes that little deer. Here it comes, trying to aggravate me. And we just laugh about it because I'm looking at the views when driving. It's nice to go. Yes, that's the way I like to go, Malachi. I like to just go smooth, and it's not a race to me. But James is like, if you don't keep up with the traffic, you're going to get hit. You're going to get left behind. You got to keep up with the traffic, or you're going to cause wrecks. And James would always say, I've driven more miles backwards than you have forward. And I would say, well, I've never had a wreck. And he'd say, Well, you've caused a few, and we would just laugh. But um, yeah, I don't really care for his driving. But since I've gotten disabled, he's a lot better because he knows it makes me so nervous. And the only time I really have to be in that kind of traffic with him is when I go to the doctor. I have to be in that much traffic. Bye, Jessica. Hope your son gets to feeling better. After 35 years of marriage, I mean, it's just like whatever. You know, he also crunches ice and, chews and eats ice, which is one of my biggest pet peeves ever is crunching ice. And it's like he can be in the back room and I can be in the front room, or him in the front room and I'm in the back. And if he starts crunching ice, I can hear it. And it's just like somebody running their fingers down a chalkboard. I can't stand crunching ice. It is one of my biggest pet peeves. What are some of y'all's pet peeves? Put it in the comments. I want to know. Mine is crunching ice. What's another pet peeve I have? Um, Someone that just they're not telling the truth and they just talk to be talking and they just know they're not telling the truth. That's my pet peeve. Um, they'd rather tell a fib than tell the truth. I don't like that. Yes, Constance. That's what I was just talking about. And they know what they're doing. And the thing about it is, they know that they're not telling the truth. Thanks for coming in, Constance. Glad you're here. Oh, Malachi, that's funny. Oh, yes, Lisa. Hey, how are you? Come on in. I cannot stand that either. Being woke up early. Oh, and that's another thing. I've never woke up by an alarm clock. I've always, when I would go to work, I'd always wake up at the same time every morning. Didn't have to have an alarm clock, didn't have to have anything. Well, James set an alarm clock, and every time it would go off, I would just, oh my gosh, I'm fixing to lose it. I'm fixing to lose it. So I'd always try to wake up before that alarm clock went off so I could get up and turn it off. And then I would wake him up. Oh, I don't like smacking either. That's another one. Oh, butting in line. Oh, exactly, Claudette. Yes, people that just think they're entitled, they just gonna walk right in front of you and get in line like they didn't even see you. Yeah, that's a good one, Claudette. Smacking. I can't stand smacking. Snoring. Oh, let me tell you about snoring. UFC fan. James can cut it down and stack it up. He can stack that wood higher than the roof is. I mean, he's cutting that cord wood, just getting it on up there. He knows he can do some snoring. I even taped him with my phone one night because I couldn't sleep because he would swear up and down, "Oh, it's not that bad. I don't snore that bad." And I think I would even come up here to the living room when I was healthy and sleep up here on the couch because I couldn't take it. I had to go to work the next day. And he would swear up and down. And I still could hear him in the back room. I mean, he was stacking that cord wood. He was, oh my goodness. Yeah, kids running in stores with no parents. You got that right. Yeah, people standing too close to you. I mean, I feel like everybody has 3 foot of space, that legally that nobody should invade your space. Well, if they come within that space and you didn't invite them, I feel like, whoa, you need to back off just a little bit. Oh, step back. Wait, oh yeah, that's a good one, Jesse. Someone's going to fall with all the shoes in front of a door when you walk in. Never understood people doing that. Let me go back and read Jesse's. What was his? Now, what I want to say about the lying. Now, I can't stand someone. Oh, there's Jesse. She's right. Yes, exactly. Um, I mean, some people will lie just to make conversation. Oh, UFC fan whistling. Oh my gosh, that's my other one. Whistling drives me insane. And of course, James does that too. He's the only one that can get away with the pet peeves that really bother me. No one else. I mean, I guess because I'm married to him, but sometimes I just look at him when he crunches ice like, if you don't stop, I'm fixing to lose it. I'm not kidding, James. He whistles, he crunches eyes, he has to wake up by an alarm clock. I mean, I got to love the man because that is multiple pet peeves of mine that he has. But I guess it keeps me, let's just say, humble a little bit. Um, but the lying part, someone that knows when you're talking to them, they're just constantly lies coming out of their mouth, and they know they're lying, and they just keep talking. Or someone to call me a liar. That will get me fired up in a minute. Yeah, one sock. Where's the other one go? Does it take a trip? What does it do? Oh, is Cynthia here? Hey, Cynthia. We're just talking about our pet peeves. Everybody's telling what their pet peeve is. Now, here's the thing about me. I'm just going to be honest. Now I have filmed. I know it's hard to believe, but something like if somebody says, "Oh, does this look good?" or um, "Has so and so said this about me?" or I might not tell you the truth on that, or "Do you like the guy I'm dating?" or "What do you think about what happened in this situation?" Now I might lie, but just to carry on conversation, and I will not deliberately lie to hurt somebody. I will not do that. There's the booty chick. There's the booty chick. Come on in. Uh, the ones that are just coming in, we're putting pet peeves in the chat. So if you want to put what your pet peeve is, go ahead and add it. Oh, popping gum. That's a good one, Cynthia. Oh my gosh, that's a good one. I forgot about that one. Yes. Yes. And I'll tell you something else. Playing the TV real loud, I just, oh gosh, I just get all like beside myself. Like I'm sitting here and then another me sitting there. And then, I mean, it just goes on and on. And I know my grandmother couldn't help it because she couldn't hear very well, before she passed away. And she used to love to watch Wheel of Fortune. Hey, Scott Goat Experience. Come on in. So, when that on Wheel of Fortune, they spin that wheel. Well, she had the TV so loud that you could probably hear it out on the street outside my house. And I would just be like, okay, Angie, don't be disrespectful. She can't hear. Be nice. And I would just say, Memo, can we cut that down a little bit? Oh, honey, is it that loud? Yeah. I think we could. Our neighbors can probably hear that wheel spinning on Wheel of Fortune. My older cousin, who always, uh, let's see, bugged me, and my sister asked if he could. She looked fat. She was a chunky girl, but obviously I would say no. My sister got so tired of her asking that one day she told her yes. Oh, everybody, several people have put that in here, booty chick. Cannot stand a liar. Oh, I can't either. Yeah, you're right, Cynthia. I mean, the TV was just, and she lived with me the last 5 years of her life, and she was like my mother, and but she was my grandmother, and I loved her to death. But oh my gosh, the hearing and the loudness would just just get to me. Oh, the loud vacuum cleaner. Loud noises bother me too. Yeah, I bet she did quit asking, Lisa. And see, I'm one of those people. If you don't want the truth, don't ask me. Because a lot of times I am. If you come to me with a real problem, now if you come to me about like how does my eyeshadow look, what about these black pants I have on? Now if you have on this little skimpy top and you well endowed like I am, and you think you're gonna go outside with that little top on and you're gonna be all this and that, I'm gonna tell you, no, no, ma'am, don't do that. I'm gonna tell you straight up. These little Daisy Duke shorts, and you trying to be 45, or you are 45 and you trying to be 20, I'm going to tell you straight up, no, don't do that. I don't understand how some of these families do not tell other family members not to do that. Oh, and this one. Okay, I don't know how many of you all watch America's Got Talent. Why in the world would you let your family member go on America's Got Talent thinking they could sing, or one of these singing uh programs that they're going to win or whatever, and not tell them you cannot sing? I love you. You're my family member. Oh, the backbiter. Yeah. Oh, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer. Don't forget that. Oh, yeah. I got you, booty chick. Those people on talent shows, do they not have family to tell them definitely not? You're awful. Well, here's the thing. I wouldn't be ugly about it, but I'm close enough to a lot of my family members. If they come to me and said, well, do you think that I can sing well enough to go on America's Got Talent? And if I didn't think they could, I would say, no, don't embarrass yourself. I have actually taken a pillow off my couch when I was watching one of those programs and covered my face because I was so embarrassed for them. I mean, I was literally embarrassed for them. Oh, you got that right, Lisa. It's like that show, You Can't Handle the Truth. People want you to lie to them. They don't want the truth. That's true, Laura. You just can't tell some people. I know I can't sing. I'm gonna tell you straight up, I cannot sing. Now I have an alto voice, and when I'm with a choir, I could sing with a choir. But as far as like a solo or something like that, no, I know I can't. people that go on and on talking about a friend of theirs that I've never met. I don't get it. I don't even know the person she's asking about. So how would that interest me? Let me pat my foot while you keep preaching, Claudette. That is the truth. I'm going to keep patting my foot, girl. You just keep telling it. I know, Malachi. Why would they want to get on stage and be laughed off stage? I mean, we were always honest with our children when they were growing up. If they did not have the talent for something, some parents will tell their children, "Oh, you can do anything you want to do. You've got a beautiful voice. This and that." And to us, our children are the most beautiful things in the world. To us, but you can't expect everybody else to feel the same way about your child as you do. But some people do. They think you're supposed to think their child is the greatest thing since cornflakes. So I try to tell my children, look, Dad and I love you all, love both of you with all our hearts, and you are beautiful to us. And, but don't expect a lot of accolades from everybody else because, and if they do, just thank them and say, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm currently sitting back while a person exposes himself and their character. Hold on. I know I should not be happy, but relieved it's coming to light. Oh, let me tell you something, booty chick. I'm just going to lay it out there. No one that is a liar can continue to hide behind that. Their true colors are always going to come out. It may take a little while. It may take months, a year, whatever, but they get tired of pretending and then they're going to show their true colors. That's why I try to be me. I mean, I am me. What you see is what you get. I mean, if you like me, hey, good. If you don't, I'm sorry. But I mean, I'm not going to lose any sleep over it. I want everybody to come in and enjoy my channel. But if you don't want to, I mean, we live in free America. You can do what you want to do. Yeah, lay it out there, just like butter on a piece of bread. It will all come out. Yes, it will. You don't have to worry about it. Just sit back and watch the chips fall. Fall where they may. It's a big high five. Okay, Jesse, you have a wonderful day. Here's the thing about people that are deceptive. What gets me about people that are deceptive, they think you're not really smart enough to figure them out, or that you don't know what they're doing. I mean, what does that say about your character that they think that you're so naive or dumb that you can't figure out that they're playing you or they're not truly your friend? I mean, what is that saying about how they feel about you? And let me tell you something. If you ever deal with a narcissistic person, oh, you better run. You better run. Because all they want to do is control. Control. If I catch one lie, I never. Now, here's the thing what I try to tell people. You can love somebody and not trust them. And you can trust somebody and not love them. But the best thing you need to do is, once you lose trust in somebody, oh, it's hard. It's hard to get that trust back. I mean, and it can be lost just like that. Just like that. That's why I don't get close to very many people. I learned my lesson. I could tell y'all a story that would just be unbelievable to y'all about something I went through with someone let's just say I went to school and I graduated with flying colors, learning about how deceptive a person can be. Let's just say that. But I was true to myself. I was just being me. I never was something that I wasn't. But then I found out this person was. And they had been deceiving me. And we had been friends for at least 10 years. And people tried to tell me, how this person was. And I would say, no, no, she's not like that toward me. She would never do that to me. You're wrong about her, this and that. And then, okay, well, I got bit. Yep. And I was devastated. And for some reason, it didn't bother her a bit that she had hurt me as bad as she did. It didn't even bother her. And I was like, I guess I didn't even really know her at all. But that happened back when I was in my 30s. And like I said, I went to school on that. I mean, I should have got a diploma. I should have got honor roll. I should be teaching classes on what I learned through that situation. Oh yeah, booty chick. I cut it off and now gonna watch the exposure occur. No effort on my end, which is awesome. Yep, others will be the ones that get bit. Yep. And here's the thing. When someone does something to you, uh the person that does it, you want to tell the other people, look, be careful, watch out for this person. But then you become the one that seems like you're starting trouble if you go and tell someone else, hey, look, be cautious of this person because this person did this, this, and this. Well, my thing, well, maybe that person can be friends with this other person better than they were friends with me. But once a narcissistic, always a narcissistic. Believe me, that's a personality disorder. They don't want to change. Yes, Lisa, they have to learn about people on their own. Let's see. They don't think they're doing anything wrong and they think they're, oh, yeah. If you watch one of my videos, I talk about the right fighter, people that want to be right no matter what the cost. Yeah, the good hearted people are the ones that really get, yeah. I hate to say it, but I'm the same way. I'm a person that I have to learn for myself. I don't really like people telling me who to be friends with and who not to be friends with. But if someone tells me something that happened and they had an experience, I will keep it in the back of my mind. But I don't judge somebody on someone else's experience that they had with that person. Because in some cases, that person can become your best friend. But I'm gonna tell you, I used to watch House all the time. The Doctor House. He had this saying, "Everybody lies," and let me tell you something. Everybody lies. That even if you try not to, you will. We're all human. Wait, what did Claudette put? I missed it. Yeah, it's a catch 22. Yes, always. It's never them. They haven't done anything. They're the victim. Now, let me tell you something. People that play the victim, that's another one of my pet peeves. The only way you can be a victim is something that happens to you that you have no control over. That's when you're a victim. What happened to me with this disease? I'm a victim because I didn't cause this to happen. It just happened. Now, if you create a situation and you cause stuff to happen, you're not the victim. You just made a mistake. A lot of times children are the victims in relationships and the parent act like they're the victim. Well, no, the parents made all these mistakes, choices, and then they want to act like they're the victim. No, you can only be a victim if it's something that's happened to you that you have no control over. someone passing away in your life, you're a victim. Someone hurting you, you're the victim. But something you caused to happen to you that is not good, you're not the victim. Hey Francine, come on in. We're just talking about pet peeves and what we don't like. Yeah, there are little white lies. I take it as a flag to pay attention to. Right, no victim, just participate till it comes their way. If it's their benefit, they keep the liar around. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you something. It's been my experience, and I don't know if it's been yours. There's stores, radios, and cats. Come on in. Um, Most people only stay around someone if it benefits them. There's a payoff. Like if they stay in a bad situation or they have a friend that they know deceives them and is not good to them, and you say, why do you keep going around that person or why are you still friends with that person? There's a payoff for that person. That person is staying around them because there's something in that relationship that there's a payoff. So don't let the person that you can see that they're being used and that person still stays in the relationship. The person that still stays in a relationship is getting a payoff somewhere. They're getting some benefit for being around the person they know that is treating them, the friend that's treating them ugly. It's a two-way street. I wanted to say thank you for watching out for me, Francine, about that machine that I ordered that I won on the auction the other night. I ordered this foot I won this foot thing on Matt Dumpster Dive with Matt. He had an auction, and so Francine got in touch with me and said, Angie, I cannot send you this because it says with people that have a pacemaker can't use this device. And she said, I can't let anything happen to you after I send you something, so I can't send you this. And I said, okay, that's fine, Francine. I'm glad you were looking out for me. It never dawned on me when I was bidding on it and I won it that because there's a lot of things like a TENS machine, like you put on your back or your shoulder. I can't use a TENS machine. I should have known I couldn't use this foot thing. But she was looking out for me. Constance says, the minute you say you don't have you just hit the nail on the head, Constance. You cut it off, they gone. They are gone. Oh, booty chick, you just stay right up on that soapbox. We don't mind. Yeah, she was watching out for me. Yep, she was looking out for me. See now themselves, the kind of people you want around you. Well, here's my deal. I want anybody around me. Now, if I'm around a crowd of people, I can talk to anybody in the crowd. I mean, it doesn't matter to me what you look like, where you come from, how much money you have. I mean, I can talk to anybody. Uh, but as soon as I walk up to you and I start talking to you and I go to speak to you and I have all this in me going, red flag, red flag, red flag. And I get this feeling of woo, you know, it's like I used to tell the ladies at the library when some of the people would come in the library to check out books and all. I would tell them after that person would leave, ooh, their demons and my demons were going at it there for a minute because I would just get these weird feelings when I walk up to certain people, like, oh, I don't know if I want, and they would look so pretty on the outside. They'd be speaking beautiful words, so kind and sweet. But in the back of my mind, in my inner being, I was going, something is not right. Something is wrong. Yeah, I can see the inside of people. Oh, thanks, 96. But all I can say is be true to yourself. Don't let anybody walk all over you. And if you know someone's done something, they're very deceptive, the true colors will come out. I'm going to tell you. You don't have to do anything. Just sit back and watch it. And what gets me is when that person does something to you, they turn it around and make it to other people that you've done something to them. And I'm like, that's why I try not to get involved in very many situations, because if you don't watch out, you can be the one that people start saying, is the one that's doing things. That's how clever a lot of people are. I mean, they're so clever, they can convince people that you're the one that's the bad guy, you're the one that's doing everything. And in reality, they're actually the ones doing all the deception. I guess that's a gift too. Being able to see through people, and which I allow people to be who they are. And a lot of times I don't even tell people, because I know that I'm never going to either, number one, see them again, number two, have to be in a close relationship with them. So 9 times out of 10, if I ever get that feeling from someone, I'm not even going to tell anybody ever, unless they ask me. If you ask me anything, I'm going to tell you. But if you don't ask me, I'm not going to tell you. Yeah, be a booty chick. I've had to. And it's done wonders for my health and my life and everything, just to cut them right out. Yep. True colors always come. Yeah. It's an empath. Yeah. It's a empathetic person. Now don't get me wrong. I have things in my life that I needed to correct and do better and strive to overcome a lot of things, but I'm not going to deliberately hurt someone. I'm not going to deliberately start talking about someone. I always speak positive about people. I never want to speak negative about anyone. I always try to find the positive in every situation, which aggravated James for many, many years of our marriage. He did not understand how I could see the positive in everything. Absolutely, Angie. There are a lot of kind people out there. However, if someone wants to be rude or unfair to someone, I will say something in a diplomatic way and not, yes, yes, I agree. I'm not going to let somebody be bullied. Now, I will tell you that if it's in front of me, I'm going to try to, calm the situation down. Bye, Tisme. I hate cutting people off. I give chance after chance, but there comes a time they go too far and push you to the situation to cut them off. Yeah, and then it's your fault because you had to cut them off. I used to do chance after chance, I think, but with my health situation, I can't do that anymore. I just have to say bye. I have a sister, stepsister, that's so narcissistic. I had to cut her off out of my life. I don't wish her any harm, but I just refuse to deal with that in my life. I only see her at funerals now. True. Sometimes you just have to do that, 96. It's like me. I have no hard feelings toward this person that did this to me years ago. I don't wish harm uh, upon this person. I just stay away from this person. And I just hope she's never done anybody else like she did me, which I know she has because people used to come to me and say, better watch out. You better be careful. But I can honestly say I was true friend to her, and I never was anything but honest and true, and I meant everything in our friendship and everything I'd done for her I wanted to do. So I have no regrets because I was me. Still don't speak though. I know that sounds ugly, but she's awful. There's nothing she wouldn't do to her. C96, let me tell you something. There's just some people that you've got to not speak to because if they're narcissistic, they don't care if you speak to them or not. I mean, they don't care. They don't have any feelings. They don't. Uh, they go from one victim to the next. They find their next victim. That's all they do. So you don't worry about it. You just move on and do what you need to do and be done with it. And this person to this day has never apologized to me. Never, ever apologized for the way she did me. And see, I forgive her several years ago. And whether she ever acknowledges that she did anything to me or not, it doesn't matter. I'm good. I sleep well at night. And if I don't, it's not because of that situation. Mostly it's because of my health problems. The reason I don't sleep well, it doesn't have anything to do with um, having trouble in a relationship. Yes, they will go on and find the next victim. And who wakes up in the morning time and decides, okay, well, I think I'm going to play this game and I'm going to manipulate these people and I'm going to hurt this person and I'm going to cause drama here and I'm going to do that. Who wakes up in the morning contemplating all that stuff? I don't get that. I doubt it, Malachi. I doubt it. I doubt the person's going to ever apologize. Oh my God. Yeah. See what I'm telling you, 96? You just got to stay your distance. You're doing the right thing. Hey, Robin. Hey, sis. Come on in. Thank you, Angie. I finally got it off my chest. I gave it to the Lord, but each day it's around. I get that. Yeah, I understand. I went through that. Oh, booty chick. I went through that for so long with this person because this person and I went to church together, and I had to see her uh because I went to church on Wednesday night, Sunday night, any special occasion we had at church, and I had to see her. And people knew how close we were, and then all of a sudden we wasn't close anymore. Well, she was telling one story. I was keeping my mouth shut. I wasn't saying anything. And she was telling her story, about this happened, that happened, which I knew it wasn't true, and people were coming up to me asking me about it. They feed off the weak, but will never apologize. You're right. They'll never apologize. And we went to church together, knowing that she was. I mean, it was bad that she would show up there smiling and acting like she'd done nothing wrong, and it would just be like, "How? You're supposed to be at church. How can you act like that?" Yep, that use the victim role to pit. Yeah, and when people pit others against someone else, there's a problem. You need to reevaluate. Usually, their insecurity that causes them to be the way that way. Paranoid people think they got to get someone before. Yeah, true, true. UFC. Typically, they tend to believe everyone else owes. Hold on. Them I know. Now, if I'm wrong and I've hurt you, now I'll apologize. If I've hurt you, I'll say I'm sorry I hurt you. Now, sometimes if I know that I'm right about what I told them, I won't apologize about being telling them the truth. But I will apologize and say, I'm sorry I hurt you. But some people will not even apologize if their life depended on it. I pray about it. That's what I do. I pray she stays away from me and my baby's daughters and grands. I let my daughters come to their own conclusion and they say, yes, I've always let my kids, I've never tried to, uh, the sad thing about it, I had let this person get close to my children. That's one of the things I regretted because I didn't normally let people get close to my children, but I allowed this person to get close to my children. And then when she and I wasn't friends anymore, my children really couldn't understand what was going on. And they were too young for me to explain, what had happened. And I hated that I let my children get that close to this person. Yeah, the worst part is that other people believe them. Sad, sad, sad. But it too is a show of their character as well. Yeah. But then again, Booty Chick, some people just don't want to get involved in. And if two people have a disagreement, and I've told this story on one of my videos, I was real good friends with this lady, and she and her husband were going through a divorce. Well, once, and I really thought they were going to get a divorce. Well, she asked me something about him. I expressed my true feelings about him and said how I never really had liked him and he always gave me a weird feeling and all this. Well, what happened? They got back together. Well, when that happened and he realized how I truly felt about him, because she asked me, they were going through a divorce, she asked me what I really thought about him. I looked like the bad person. And then she and I weren't friends after that because she got back with her husband and they're divorced now. So I try to stay out of people's disagreements. Hey, Art Man. How are you? She is so mean and has fought her whole life, and I'm the opposite, but my daughters would never let her near me. My little heroes. That's very good. Thankful for that, 96. I know, Lisa. I learned. I went to school on that too. It only took me one time to let that happen, and I never did that again. Claudette, we will have to have story time and leave names out. That would be yeah, that would be good. I don't know about popularity, Art Man, but thanks for the thumbs up, guys. But look, there's nobody that's walking on the earth that hasn't been hurt, hasn't been used, hadn't been taken advantage of. I mean, how do we grow and how do we learn if we don't fail? I mean, if you don't fail at doing something, how do we learn? I mean, you have to fail in order to learn not to do that again. I mean, it's just like a child going up to a stove that it's hot, and you try to tell them at a young age, don't touch that. But you know what? They touch it, and they have to realize for themselves what you were talking about, that it's hot. Well, after that, that child decides, oh, wait a minute, I'm not touching that anymore. Well, that's sort of like we go through relationships and friendships, and hey, hey, outlaw. Oh, it's okay, outlaw. Thank you for dropping by. I mean, we all in this chat have stories that we could probably tell that people just would not believe how other people have treated us when we've tried to be. honest, uh, a true friend, have integrity. Now, I will tell y'all this story, and she knows it. But I have cousins and their sisters. And one of them, she and I grew up together very, very close. A lot of people thought we were sisters for a long time. I could tell her anything and can today. And she will go to her grave if I tell her not to tell it. She will not tell it. Now, her sister, on the other hand, you can't tell her anything. And we would always laugh about it and say, she cannot hold water. She cannot hold water. You can tell her something and she's on the phone with somebody telling it. And we tell her that. We'll say, her name, and we'll say, you cannot hold water. We can't tell you stuff. And she'll laugh and say, you're right, I can't. And she knows it. She knows that she's going to tell it. But if somebody tells me, Angie, this is in confidence, please don't tell it, I will not tell it. I mean, my point is this: why do you want to repeat it? If the person trusted me enough to confide in me and not want me to talk about it, why would I automatically just start going to people and saying, guess what? You'll never believe what happened. I mean, why do people do that? It makes no sense. Yeah, the newspaper. There you go. I don't know. I just always have liked the thought of knowing something that nobody else knew. That's why I guess I would never tell it. Because when it would finally come out and the person would come to me and say, did you know this happened? And I would say, yeah, I knew that a couple of months ago. Well, why didn't you tell me? Well, I was asked not to tell. And the whole time I knew it. And they thought they were coming to me telling me something that I didn't know. It's funny. Outlaw and Robin and anybody else that's just come in, we're just telling our pet peeves. Okay, 96. Yeah, they're better at spreading news than the newspaper. Thanks, Claudette. But once people find out that you have integrity, they will confide in you, and they will finally realize there are people out there that can really hold in confidence what they tell you. I don't mind talking politics, Robin, because I'm a open person. We can agree to disagree. I mean, you might say something about politics that I don't agree with, or I may say something, but some people get really, really angry when you don't agree with them on a topic. And me, I just say, okay, if that's what you want to think and believe, you go right ahead. But don't think you're going to change my mind, because I already know what I believe spiritually. I know what I believe politically. I know, I'm very secure in my beliefs. So, I mean, anybody that wants to share anything, fine, but I will respect it. I won't, uh, disrespect you in any way. But a lot of people get really upset when you don't go along with their political belief or their spiritual belief. And I'm thinking, well, why are you getting so upset? I don't ask you to believe the way I believe. But some people just get real upset about it. Hello, Christina. How are you? Boy, we got on a whirlwind with that conversation, didn't we? We got the end of the string and we just Throwed that reel right out there. We were fishing there for a while. How's everybody doing that's just come in the chat? Everybody okay? Woo, it's already 1:30. Religion, Satan is too evil. Yep. Got to be able to recognize it. Oh yeah, people. I have enough to deal with without having to deal with drama. Now, if it's an issue that really needs to be prayer for that person, or they really need to share something with me that they don't want to talk to anybody else about, but he said, she said, they said, I don't like that game. I don't like that. No, we have talked about fishing. I love fishing. Oh, Bible study for you tonight, Robin. Great. You know, I always said there's some people that's so far out there, you can't reach them with your rod and reel. You know, you can throw your reel out there as far as you can, you still not going to catch them. They are out there. Woo! Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sharper than a two-edged sword. The word is, and your tongue is the evil. Oh, I can't even imagine. And that's one thing I don't miss working out in the working world, especially in the bank. You want to talk about backstabbing? Oh my goodness. These people, and I'm thinking, what are you climbing this ladder for? I mean, what's at the top? Uh, when you get to the top, guess what happens? There's nowhere else to go, and you start coming back down. What goes up must come down. Just always remember that. Yeah, I understand that, Outlaw. Yeah, the tongue is, it can speak sweetness and it can speak evil. Oh no, they don't want to know. They don't want to know. You're right, Art Man. They don't. But you know what? We all just need to set the example of what we believe. Try not to force them to believe one way or the other. Let God deal with that person. And we just have to set the example. That's all you need to do. I'm not going to try to convince anybody to do anything. I'm going to listen to what you say. If you ask me for my advice, I'm going to give it. If you want to take it, fine. If you don't, I'm good with that too. Yes, prayer is the best. Yes, I believe in prayer. Definitely. You know, and some people are mad at God. And here's the thing, just remember, He's never going to be mad at you. No matter how mad you are with Him, He's not going to be mad with you. And it's okay. He understands that you are mad. And He understands it's okay to be mad. And it is. Because some people have had some horrific things happen to them in their life. And I think I would be mad too. And it's okay. Yep, Art Man, you are exactly right. You can bring a horse to water, but you can't make them drink. That's exactly what we need to do, Malachi. Got to put that full armor on. Boy, y'all preaching today. I'm still patting my foot over here. Y'all doing great. I've enjoyed this live. This has been nice. Yep. You know, even the devil could quote scripture. So be careful of these people that uh that can speak all these uh scriptures, but you know that these red flags are going up like something is not right. That's okay, outlaw. Whether people believe it or not, you know in your heart what you're doing and you know your intentions. And if they're good, it doesn't matter what anybody else thinks. Yes, exactly, Christina. Good point. Good point. Plant that seed. That is exactly right. How hot is it in Kentucky? Storms, radios, and cats. How warm is it? Yep, we got to pay attention to the fruit, but the Lord causes the fruit to grow. I don't understand how people make it from day to day when they don't have a higher power that they believe in. Because I don't see how I never could have made it this far in my life with everything that I've had to go through without knowing that I had angels watching out for me, a higher power over me watching out, making sure I was okay. I don't know. It's been it's made it not seem so difficult at times. Storms, how hot is it in Kentucky? Yeah, the amen on that, Malachi. Bye, booty chick. It's been nice talking to you. I hope you'll come in again. I hope you have subscribed to my channel. It says I have been on here for 2 hours and 42 minutes. Yes, you're right, Claudette. Hey, Pam. How are you? Girl, you've missed it. We've talked about, a wide variety of things today. We have just been on it. I've been patting my foot. People's been telling all kind of stuff. Um, oh, thanks, Booty Chick. Oh, I'm sorry, Pam. Have you been sick? Oh no, what's wrong with your brother, Pam? I will definitely put him on my prayer list. What's wrong? Can you give his first name or I'll just put Pam's brother? Oh no. He turned septic? Oh no. I am so sorry, Pam. William. It's 92 storms? How old is he, Pam? Oh, I just pray the Lord heals his body. I'm so sorry, Pam. I lost my brother Matt was 7 months old, my oldest, and he'll be 32 in December. And I lost my brother. He's 57. Let's see, my brother was 18 months younger than me. I think he was 22 when I lost my brother. I hope everyone in the chat will remember Pam's brother, William, in their prayers. Please keep us updated, Pam. I'm so sorry. How long has he been like this, Pam? Well, thank y'all. Y'all have been the reason we had such a great chat. I'm only one person. Y'all are all in the chat. I love it. Yeah, we don't want to take our eyes off of the Lord. Oh, since 9 a.m. yesterday. So this is just something new. Okay. As soon as I get off this live, I usually go into my uh, prayer time, do my video of unboxing things that people have sent me. I got chores to do. I'm just sitting here online like I don't have anything to do. James is going to come home and say, "What have you done today?" Yeah, I am sad when I do that too, Outlaw. I get very convicted about it too because I want to set an example where people can feel, um, oh, you're not bringing the vibe down, Pam. No, ma'am, you don't worry about that. We want to hear people ask us for prayer for their family and things they're going through. You don't ever feel like you're coming in here bringing the vibe down. We have been talking about everything from pet peeves to doctor's visits to um, people that deceive us. Yeah, there was only one perfect person in this world, and let me assure you, it was not me, and it is not me. But I like to bring positivity to people. I don't want negative. Now I have to talk about negative things sometimes, but for the most part, I won't. And there's a in the Bible it says there's a time for everything, and that's in Ecclesiastes 2. Also, not chapter 2, but it's also in that book. And there's a time for everything. Yes, Claudette, you're exactly right. I mean, if we didn't have each other, I mean, life is lonely when you're just one individual swimming out there by yourself. You're welcome, Pam. Anytime, honey. And I hope that he gets better really, really soon. That's got to be bad. I'm so sorry that you're going through that. How many do I still have in here? Man, let me see. Let me pull up my YouTube. If I don't get off this YouTube, I'm not going to be able to. I still have 17 watching? No, 10. Okay. I had 17 at one time, I think. Oh, 42 likes. I appreciate every one of you all coming in. Oh, no, Pam. Yesterday was your birthday? Bless your heart. And see, this was something that was so unexpected for y'all. That's what's got to be, that's what makes it difficult is it's just unexpected. I'm so sorry. If I could get to you right now, I'd give you a big hug. I know it's got to be bad. Bye, Storms. So glad you dropped by. I'm not going to be on here much longer. I'm so sorry your birthday had to be like that, Pam. Is your brother married and have children, Pam? Angie, did you know that there's a cat that is a cop and a cat who is an attorney, and it's true? I did not know that, George. Did not know it. He went in for a simple procedure and then oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, it hurts my heart. Oh, he has 3 children. Okay. Bye, Outlaw. Well, guys, I hate to do it, but I'm going to have to say that I'm going to be leaving. I've got to get something done. It's 2 o'clock here, and I haven't done anything but eat breakfast. But I love all my neighbors. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for joining in the chat. Thank you for sharing your thoughts, your ideas, your beliefs. And I hope that we can do it again very soon. And don't forget to go check out my latest video. I think it's uploaded about 96% now. It'll be on later on this afternoon. And if you hadn't checked my channel out, go over there and check it out. And I'll see my neighbors later. Bye, guys. I've enjoyed it.